That's what you folks just left behind down there, Horseshoe Bay. That's the island's #1 beach. And Horseshoe is rated as one of the top beaches in the world. And we have another one out in St. George known as Clearwater. Petrol Cove at Cooper's Island. That's over near the airport. Beach down here is the Hamilton Princess's Beach Club. It's a hotel downtown Hamilton. That's their beach club. That's the Princess Beach. Beaches down there, and where you see that green patio, don't jump yet. Down where the green patio was a hotel there, but got hit by a tornado, and they had to knock it down. But the Hamilton Princess, they're in the process of putting a new one there in the near future. But it's not gonna be a high rise.
Okay. Lesson learned.
And the pink one here is the reefs. Every room has a balcony overlooking the ocean. Here's the Reese Villas. Down there are some vacation homes. You have family or friends to come down and have a house all to yourself. I know Mama don't want to cook, Daddy, but it's all good. You're gonna notice a lot of little weight. We're gonna notice a lot of weight things up on this sloping hillside up here. Up on the hillside, they say that's the most quietest place in town. Yeah, my grandpappy would have said something else. Like they're dying to get in there. That's my grandpappy. But you notice they put them above ground, but each of those graves about 6 or so feet deep. They stack you one on top of each other as a family grave. But also they stack you one on top of each other like that, so that while you're down there, you have some company. So I take it this is the first time you all have been to Bermuda?
Yes.
And what took you so long? Oh, the boat, that's what it was. You can fly down here if you stay in New York or around that area from JFK, Boston area. You can fly down here in under 2 hours. Miami may take about 2.5. But New York normally about hour and 45, 2 hours max. Yeah. So we're not too far away from you. We'll see you all again next week. Oh, it's still there? Now we're back on I-95, guys. Guess I'm missing rush hour traffic, that's all. I guess it's late for supper. You know, the mopeds down here, even though we just have a 2-lane highway, but the mopeds, they make a 3rd-lane highway on the yellow line. Here we go, another one coming. But it's amazing more of them don't get hurt or killed on them. Yes, we do lose a few of them a year, but not many. As you say, it's the first time to the island. I guess you all don't know too much about this place. But one thing, as you may notice, all the rooftops are white. That's because we collect the rainwater from the rooftops. And that's how we get our water. That's our main water supply, is the rainwater. So you guys came this morning and you brought some liquid sunshine with you.
Yes.
But you didn't bring enough. But I know you didn't want it rain while you're here. So you know, you shared a little bit with us. But so you're able to get to the beach after all. And look at you. Look like you're still dry. You didn't get wet. But yeah, we depend on the rain. There's no real rain and sea isn't here neither. But we've been in a drought up until now. But when you run out of water, you have to buy it. Call up a trucker. This could charge about $120 per load. That's 1,000 gallons. And that doesn't go too far when you have a family of 4. That's more like 100 gallons a day. So that 1,000 gallons not gonna last you too long. And that's without using the washing machine or dishwasher. And we're paying something like $9 for a gallon of gas.
What?
Yeah. And about $17.50 for a gallon of milk. That's why my grandpappy said, "You're not no baby anymore. You don't need to drink milk no more. But to get too expensive." That's my grandpappy. A dozen eggs will run you about $4.50 to $12. But I must say, the pandemic, nobody wants to see it, nobody don't like it.
Yeah.
But I could say this, it's forced or it's taught a lot of women how to cook and bake. Yeah, so I better watch what I say, isn't it? I'm in the wrong seat. I need to be where my co-pilot is. A little safer over there. No, but it's amazing what it has done to the island. Yeah, his man people do those things now, especially making bread, and some of them have got it down fairly good. But the other thing that we have been doing, 1 out of every 5 family, they have a garden in the backyard now, like they used to be years ago. Everybody had a garden in the backyard. You grew onion, he grew potatoes, the next person grew, carrots and the likes. And we had a bundle full of fresh vegetables all year round. But I said that's one thing this pandemic has done is made everybody.
Brought it back.
Yep.
Bring it back.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. But even though it's something that the world is experiencing still, and we are about to go over the world's smallest drawbridge right here. This is a drawbridge in the middle where you can see the chains. The chains come down, the middle comes up, and this is just wide enough to get a sailboat mast through the middle. That's known as Somerset Bridge. The world's smallest drawbridge in the world. They wanted to, well, it's been upgraded over the years, but they did want to put a steel structure in there. But the people had objected to because of the history behind that bridge. So they rebuilt it as a drawbridge. What do we do?
Yeah, it's a.
You really want to know?
No, I mean, do you have I mean, with all these beautiful houses, I kept imagining what do people do? Because it doesn't look like there's ever been an impact of a hurricane here.
Well, that's good to know that, and that you see that.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 things. Okay, number 1, these homes, they have no basement.
Okay.
Very few that may have a basement, and other than that, the material these places are built on. Okay, years ago, yes, we had wooden shacks, tin shacks all over the island, and there are still some of them around livable today, over 150 years old and still livable. But they may have the modern, running water, electricity now. But other than that, everything is stucco, and we have a very strict building code simply because of, yes, we do get these hurricanes every so often.
Yeah.
And due to that, that's why we have a strict building code. And now, if the government made money available years ago, they got rid of all the the wooden homes, the majority of them are finished and knocked down, and they, due to the money they made available, everybody was able to build or rebuild everything stucco.
I see.
But yes,
Makes sense.
they do withstand the storms normally, but the rooftops are just resting on a wooden frame. That's all it is, a wooden frame up there. That the limestone or the natural slate, or you call it slate, or shingles back home on your roof, we call it, or tile, we call it slate here. And all it is just resting on this wooden frame by cementing one on top of the other in the stepping form. And it's just resting there with the cement. The weight of it holds it in place. Yes, every so often, if you get a hurricane, it gets under the end of the roof and it could peel it up like you're peeling an orange. We do lose them now and then. Now and then we do lose them. But normally, the structures can stand up to 150, 60 or 160 miles or so miles an hour. It has been tested, that speed. But we have these tornadoes? No. These tornadoes don't have no mercy on us. They do rip us apart, but we haven't had a bad hit with a tornado now about 40 years, I think it is now. Yeah.
Cricket stadium. Cricket stadium.
But beat everything stuck, and after that there were any storms here, nothing we do. We just stay inside and ride it out. That's all we could do. But they have invented a drink down here. It's called the Dark and Stormy. That's a black rum, Gosling's black rum that they make here, bottle it here, whatnot. And they do the ginger beer soda here. The ginger beer is similar to a ginger ale or a Canada Dry, but it's very gingery. So you mix that with the black rum, okay? Or if you have a few of those Dark and Stormies now, stay with me. You don't know when that storm's come or going. Or if you had a few of those Dark and Stormies, you know? Okay. Okay.
Survival tactic.
Yeah.
I got the name.
Dark and Stormy.
Dark and Stormy.
And we may be having a storm coming up in the next week or so, what I'm hearing. So we better make sure we got some Dark and Stormy on hand. But I'm a Scotch drinker, so but it works the same. But also we have another local drink here called the rum swizzle. Yes, the rum swizzle. And the rum swizzle is for the ladies. That's the latest drink, okay? The rum swizzle. And my grandpappy said, why is for the ladies? That's to keep your ladies nice and mellow for that lucky fella. You didn't hear that, did you?
Yeah.
And the Dark and Storm is a man's drink, okay? It's a man's drink. I can't say no more. I got gingers. I got some gingers here today. But we have the Planters Punch for the juniors. A virgin one though. Yep. Can't leave them out. But that's all we do. Nothing else. Board up your homes. Make sure your house is secured. Have plenty of little supplies on hand just in case you lose your power. And that's it. Ride it out.
क्या कर रहे हो ना? नहीं वो
But this year the hurricanes are late coming,
सर्च कर
unfortunately.
रहा है मशीन पे.
But we're not out of the watch yet. Still got another month or two to go. Boy, we gotta hope for the best. If we ain't living on a little island like this in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, nowhere to run. You can't even jump in that car and drive nowhere. And the nearest point to land to Bermuda is North Carolina. That's approximately 700 miles. Now, you look across the bay here to our far right, you may see the Gibson Lighthouse over there that sticks up like a sore finger. And Horseshoe Bay was on the back side of that, on the other side of the lighthouse. And straight out across there, we see some smokestacks. That's where the city of Hamilton is, over that way. That's where they're having the big street festival there tonight. And they say, don't let it rain tonight. Because all of our little children or Bermudians and whatnot, they're going to be upset. And a lot of folks from the cruise ships are planning on going down to the festival as well. It normally starts about 6:30 or 7 and will run to about 9:30. Yep. Tonight's the last night for it, yes. It's the finale night. They got a lot of things in store. But they won't tell us what. Also, you notice all the different colors in the ocean right here?
Yeah.
That's because we put dye in the water earlier.
There's purple and there's turquoise.
Purple's more in the ocean. Purple's like in the ocean. Oh, I also saw that. I also saw that.
Rooster.
I also saw that when we were coming to the beach.
Yeah, I guess you're not lost no more now. You must notice something up ahead. Yeah, they're big floating hotels up here. We never used to have these big ships before. We used to have them with little small ones used to come to the island. And they were able to go into Hamilton, the city. But your ships are too large to get through the channel. It isn't wide enough. Not yet. They would like to make it wider, but right now we got a little bit of people against it. But that may change someday soon. We hope. There's dock space for your ship in Hamilton, but the channel isn't deep enough nor wide enough yet. But up here, it works.
देख ये $15 हाँ
इसमें तो बहुत सारे आइटम्स तो हुए
हाँ
Okay, we want to thank you all for coming to Bermuda. If you enjoy the rest of your stay with us. And it's $7 per person. If you give me $100 note, guys, there's no change. Well, thank you anyway.